Hey Sonny here. Today I'll show you how to play Working Man by Rush. Great riff, simple riff. The main chords is E, a D, power chord, and A chord. Those are the main chords. Alright, so the first part, you play the open E power chord. So every time you play the measure, you stop like this. Okay, the first measure, after you play that part, you'll play the 5th fret on the A string, which is a D note, and 5th fret on the E string, which is an A note. And slide down. Now the trick is that when you play those single notes, make sure everything is muted so you can only hear those notes. How do I do that is that when I play the 5th fret on the A string, when I play that note, the bottom of my flash on my middle finger, the finger that I'm using playing that note, the bottom of the flash is slightly muting all the string below it with the D string, so you can't hear that string. The same thing as when I play the 5th fret on the A string. My index finger, the bottom of the flash, my index finger is blocking and slightly muting on the A string, so you can't hear those notes rain out from the note before. So that's very important to make sure you mute the string. Next one. Now the same thing here. You play the 3rd fret on the A string. Hammer on the 5th fret on the A string. Now, again, muting is the art that we really need to work on. So when you play the 3rd fret on the A string with my index finger, the top of my tips of my index finger kind of deaden the open E string so it doesn't rain out. Because I was playing an open E chord before, but now when I play the 3rd fret on the A string, the tip of my index finger kind of stop it from raining out. So you can only hear this 3rd fret on the A string, which is a C note. Now the same thing here, when I hammer on the 5th fret, and you notice my index finger kind of slightly move up, kind of slightly touching the string, so I'll mute the low E string so it doesn't rain out at all. So all you can hear is the D note on the 5th fret on the A string. Same thing, just repeat that over and over, and then at some point, instead of playing the single note on the 5th fret of A and E string, we will play the open chords. So instead of playing the D note on the 5th fret on the A string, we'll play the open D chord. And then instead of playing the 5th fret on the low E string, which is an A note, we'll play the open A chord. And the next time we'll play the E chord again, instead of playing just the open E power chord, which is just open E string and 2nd fret of the A string, we'll play the full E chord. And that's open E string, 2nd fret of A and D, 1st fret of G, open B string, and open high E string. And then we'll play the power chord of C, which is A3, D5 with the C power chord, and then D power chord, A5, D7. So it goes like this. And then we'll do the 7th fret of A and string and B, A string and E string back and forth. again, make sure you mute the string so you can't hear them rain out. And then you play the 5th fret of A and E string. And then you break it up to G power chord, E3 and D5. I'm sorry, E3 and A5. And then A power chord, E5 and A7. You play the 5th fret on the E string, hammer on the 7th fret. Do the same thing on the A string. And then you go back to the beginning riff. So that part right there goes like this. So that's Working Man by Rush. Thanks for watching.